elbow. Operation can't do. Comes on there last night going on about how he's going to he's going to Florida for some Texas oil rig based security job. Now, if you know anything about any of these oil jobs, they're fucking big dollars. But here he is. He's basically admitted how much cash he's got left. He said he spent $200 on gas to go 600 miles. And he's got another $700 to go, and he's only got another $200 cash. And he's going to be basically flat for cash when he gets to Florida. So, two things. If he gets there and this job comes up, first of all, he might have to go a medical. And we all know he's not going to make the fucking medical. Fuck me. He might not make the bend down and touch your toes test of the medical. Or he might do a little piss cup test and they say, oh look, you know, fucking drug user. Because of his meds or something like that. You all know he takes meds intermittently. You can just fucking tell. I remember a time where every 2 months he must have run out of meds and he'd go off his fucking, you know, it'd be all the God ashore visited me in the UFO parked right here, blah, blah, blah. But I don't think he'll pass the touch your toes test, let alone the fucking anything else. Over here, some people have been booted out of a test over the BMI, body mass index. And somehow for my height, I'm always too skinny. And yet other people, for their height, are too fat. You know, it's all fucking bullshit, this BMI stuff, you know. Telling me just because I'm taller I've got to put on more weight. And yet if you're shorter, you've got to have less weight. And yet if you look at tall people, most of them are skinny. And when you look at short people, what are most short people? Not all of them, but a good deal of short people are fat. It's all bullshit, the fucking BMI test. But he'll be over the fucking scales no matter what for height. But never mind all that. Even if by a miracle they don't have a medical test, which I think they will, but if they don't, guess what? They're probably going to say to him, you're going to pay for your fucking flight from Florida to Texas, or you've got to get down there yourself somehow. He's not going to have gas money. He's not going to have money for a plane. It's just not going to fucking happen. He's just, you know, like that time he had to go to the fucking court building and he's getting confused by the GPS and he's getting all flustered that he had to pay for parking. He is so unversatile, it's not funny. Which in fact is one of the symptoms of schizophrenia. They have enough trouble just organising an average day that anybody would handle lightly. To them, it's a big deal. For an average person's easy day, to them, you know, they're just battling to keep the show on the road. Anyway, He's there going on, I don't know if I'm still into van life, I should just get a house and an apartment and rah, rah, rah. You know, I can't handle the heat of Florida. I'm going to have to fucking, the generator's dead or something, so I'm going to have to go and fucking plug in for use with an AC because I can't handle shit without an AC. What the fuck, dude? It's like autumn. You can hear the fan running in the background of his video. Oh, I can't live without an AC. And if I've got to go to Texas, I can't, you know, handle Texas without an AC either. But he's talking as though he's going to drive the actual van down to Texas. Good luck with that. I don't know who's paying for that. Maybe Roger give you a loan. Probably not. Oh man, this is the trouble, you know. You overextend yourself, and you don't get to take good opportunities. And he turned around and said, "Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I should just drive back to Chicago." Hang on a minute. Hang on. It's taken you $200 to get to fucking just past Kentucky, Chattanooga, or whatever the fuck it is, and then you're saying that you're going to drive back again? What are you going to do? Turn up with no money on NASA's doorstep and go, well, you know that job? Didn't go for it anyway. Couldn't make it. And that's the thing. Waste all his money going halfway there and then coming halfway back. And he reckons he won't be able to handle it, you know. And then he's talking about, well, I've still got money. He's like fucking, he reminds me of some fucking white trash idiot fucking before the GFC, you know? Oh, well, I've always got money in my house. Yeah. And then house prices collapse and then you're fucked. Same type of thing, you know? Well, I've always got money in my van. Yeah, but your van's not worth what you think it is. Oh, honestly, I was going to go to fucking California with this. Well, what the fuck? You're travelling like fucking east, aren't you? Now, maybe I'm wrong. He's probably travelling southeast, but, you know, he's going to go to California and fix the van up and sell it there. You know, and well, what I'll do is, you know, let's be more realistic. He's talking about putting $12,000 on the thing. I'll fucking get real. And then he says, well, I'll be more realistic. I'll put 9.5 on it, and then fucking I'll be able to sell it for 7.5. Fuck off! You won't be able to sell it for that. Do you remember a couple of years ago, 2, maybe 3 years ago, old TM showed on his channel a van like Elvis's, but it was sort of a bit of a bigger style. It had the dual back wheels and it had a V8 in it. And it had a nice paint job and a nice fridge, microwave, this, that and the other. All the insides had been redone out. Honestly, it didn't look like any of the appliances inside were more than 6 months old. Like the microwave was near new, the fridge was near new, beautiful condition, dual back wheels, V8, beautiful paint job. Everything you could name was in there, and everything, I can guarantee you, everything would have worked. $5,000. Now who's going to have some fucking thing with the generator not working, a cracked shower base, and the toilet removed, and pay $7.5 for something that rattles and squeaks with everything's fucked on it? Hell, I remember he pointed out that he can't even fill the water tank completely. I mean, you're like, what the fuck? You know, there's nothing on that damn thing that seems to function properly because it's all just clapped out due to lack of maintenance. Oh, I redone the floor, Rosie. And did you see the fucking floor? It looked like water-stained fucking wood, like water-damaged wood or something. It's fucking crap. Oh, and my cousin redone the upholstery. This and no, what he done is he stretched a bit of fabric over a bit of fucking plywood or masonite or whatever, and bingo, over the existing stuff, fucking stapled it in or glued it in or fucking whatever, you know, and oh look, there we go, you know, oh, whoa, whoopee-doo, fucking hell. I could redo the whole interior in fucking pink, for God's sake. I got that much fucking pink fabric sitting around. Then wouldn't that look good? I mean, at least it'd suit the fact that, you know, if you go to California, there's plenty of fucking, what my uncle's friend used to call woolly woofers. And I mean, Elbo's one himself, so, you know, maybe he should have just done over the royal blue for the not-so-royal fucking occupant. Maybe he should have just gone fucking pink. Hell, I could make it fucking spandex pink, you know. Get right into it there, you know. Oh, look at this beautiful fucking pink spandex fucking interior. Yeah, I love me pink spandex interior. Fucking hell. I got some shit brown fabric. Maybe you want a shit brown to match the fucking the Walmart bag accident. And this is the thing, like, people are going to get on there, and of course the dumb cunt won't be able to keep his mouth shut. You all know it. Oh, you know, I went everywhere with this blah blah blah. You know, I done this. I was a fucking Elvis impersonator that never held a single fucking gig, not even for a fucking nursing home. You know. And my name was Elvis Travels. So what are they going to do? They're going to type in Elvis Travels. And then they're going to find out about the Walmart bag shenanigans. And nobody's going to fucking buy it then. They'll be going, holy smoke, this guy was fucking shitting in bags in the back of this thing right next to her. Holy fucking cow. It's got no toilet in it. And now I found out about the Walmart bags. And they're going to think that for the last 4 years, this guy's been crapping in Walmart bags and never used the toilet once. As far as I knew, the toilet worked, but he just didn't like to pay the $15 to empty the fucking out of the dump point. And there was one time there where he decided to empty it into a fucking stormwater drain. Reminds me a bit of that, what's that one? I forget the name of it. It's that fucking... It's a movie, Christmas-based movie, with a guy. He's got a sort of a bit of a funny last... Griswolds, that's right. The Griswolds. And his fucking brother-in-law's got the RV at the front, and he's got the fucking shitter pipe stuck in the stormwater, emptying the shitter out. Straight into the stormwater. That's Elvis. Except he isn't fucking trailer trash enough. But, just emptying the shitter, and he's sitting there with a fucking cigar in his mouth and snow all over the ground, and old Griswold sitting there fucking getting really pissed off with the rellos, living in the RV at the front of his house, and I'll only be here for another 2 weeks. Some prick just threw a fucking cigarette butt out, hit me windscreen. I think that's what it was. Anyway, he should have, you know, this is the thing, he'll put that up for sale and he'll find out the inevitable truth, but he's probably one of these fucking idiots who who sort of, you know, will go and, like this other fucking idiot I used to see on the way to my job when I was doing my apprenticeship in sandblasting and spray painting, and basically this dickhead had this car, and like it was a particular model of GM, and it, you know, a bit of a body kit or spoiler on it, not a very fancy one, and they'd fucking smacked it in the bumper, and they had it up for sale for $1,200, but the bumper's smacked in, you know, and then they dropped it for $900, you know, and it just sat there for months. The fucking grass is growing up around the wheels. He's got this thing in the front yard like he's got a fucking, you know, now only $900, you know. I don't know what it originally been. I wouldn't have been surprised if it was like $2,000 or something, because the guy had his head up his ass. And around that same time, I went to this relative's for Christmas, and up the road for them was a mechanic or car dealer or something like that. I think it might have been a mechanic who sold a couple of cars on the side. Because I think over here you can sell, it's either 6 cars or 12 cars a year before you actually need to be a licensed car dealer. And the long and short of it is, this guy had the model before this one, probably only 2 years older. Nothing wrong with it. In fact, it even had a roadworthy certificate, which means that everything's been inspected by a proper person to say that all the parts are all, you know, everything's spot on, the suspension's in good condition, the brake pads aren't worn out, the fucking tyres are good enough, all that sort of shit. And basically you just go to your DMV with the car, and you book an appointment, and you can drive to the appointment with no plates on, and so long as you've got your money for your stamp duty and your roadworthy certificate, you can get plates on the fucking thing, and they'll have the plates on it within 20 minutes, honestly. And that was going for $450 with the roadworthy certificate, you know. And it was just, you look at this other fucking smacked up thing, you know, and there was no hope anyone was ever going to buy this fucking thing. It's the same with Elbow, you know, he's got the fucking worst one there is, ones that are ready to go, cost less, and he still thinks he's going to sell it for a ton. And he'd be sitting in there with a for sale sign on the back of the cunt for God knows how long. Like everything, expecting everybody else to jump up to his standards, as he always does, you know. And, oh, well, you know, this van's too good to let go for this price, blah, blah, you know. Why aren't people fucking buying it? What's wrong with everybody else? I mean, that's always the complaint with him. And, you know, and he'll never sell the thing. And he'll be sitting there trying to dumpster dive and all this shit. You know, he hates the homeless in Florida. He said that. Guess what, Elbow? You're gonna be one. You're about to become one. Because the fact is, you won't be able to sell it for a high price. Something will fuck up on it. And then you'll probably be trying to sell a broken down, I mean, this is the sort of shit Elbow would do, trying to sell a broken down van in a Walmart car parking lot that needs to be towed out of the fucking Walmart car park. And guess what? The only one towing it will be the cops. Or some private vehicle towing company, like the same type of dudes that, you know, work for those car repossession joints. So you'll end up being one of the homeless of Florida. And I got one thing to say about that, Elbow. Get ready, leprechaun!